curious. You hit on this earlier, Jeremy. So in your experience in coaching, the type of man that you should feel like you could create this ideal man, the man we're talking about,
right?
How do you help bring those attributes out of that person?
Define it. He couldn't have said it any better. The terms need definition. So here's what I told all of my football players for years. The perfect football player is a gentleman warrior. When you go to science class and you stay after to help the teacher clean up the beakers, and it's yes ma'am and no ma'am, and you keep order, because that's somebody's mom and somebody's wife up there teaching. We're not going to let this dude in the back corner harass her.
Yeah.
So you help her in the class, you stay after, yes ma'am, no ma'am. She should think, what a gentleman. But she should not be able to recognize you when the ball is snapped.
Yeah, that's right.
It's like you're coming out of a cage. She should be thinking, that's little Johnny that stays after. That's the perfect man. And I use Jesus as the model.
Yeah.
I use Jesus as the model. Gentleman, warrior. And then you explain that. And there's other attributes. I will say things like this. Men are judged by their action. Quit talking about it. Men do things.
Mm-hmm.
The world belongs to the doers.
Yeah.
James chapter 1, verse 22, be doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving your own self. You are deceived if all you do is listen to good information.
Yeah.
You got to go make it happen. I'll tell you 3 kinds of people in the world: people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who don't know what's happening. and believe me, we're going to slide on another ring because we make things happen.
Yeah.
And so that I just gave you a mini lesson before we go out to practice. Aren't you ready to make something happen now?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right. So then you do that day after day after day after day, and you just drip it. Yeah. Habits are caught more than they're taught. That's why all those people raise their hand. Yes, my parents there, and yes, my kid's incarcerated. Habits are caught. So you make a habit of being a man. You show up every day, and you're a doer. And you just teach the lessons like that, and you just make that the base of your program. It's just what we do every day.
Yeah.
Listen, I didn't coach football because I'm in love with football. I'm in love with my wife. I use football to build men. Yeah. It is the best platform I'm aware of because it requires all the things that make a great husband and a great dad and a great leader and a great business owner and a great American. You have to sell out for a cause bigger than yourself. You have to put in the work. You can't trick your way to the top. There's no negotiating and there's no attorneys. You can't win unless you're the best.
That's right.
You have to fail and get up and do it again, and fail and get up and do it again. Sound like real life to you?
Oh, yeah.
Right. You have to understand trust in the locker room. You have to build collaboration. Yep. You have to look yourself in the mirror. Yep. I mean, it's a perfect laboratory to build the next generation of leaders. So that's why I coach football.
So that's principally, that follows everywhere you go. I think that process for training and learning the habits, everything that you just talked about, but kind of at a granular level, what do I do with my, there's a young couple listening, young man's listening. Let's say he wasn't taught right. He doesn't have a model to follow, but he wants his son to have a different life than he had.
Mm-hmm.
What practically does that young dad need to do throughout the life of this young man to create a biblical man or a young man that has an understanding of biblical manhood?
Such a great question. So I'm wrapping up right now the completion of something called the 4 Pillars of Parenting.
That's great.
It's a digital product, and we're about to launch this. And there are 4 pillars of parenting. And if you do these 4 pillars, it's straight from the Bible. If you lay the foundation, these pillars, it doesn't guarantee that your child will turn out exactly how you had desired them to turn out. It doesn't guarantee success. I mean, you know this.
Sure.
The best of parents. Yeah, and sometimes you see the kid and it's like, what? How did this happen?
How did that happen?
Or
must have been his mom.
Right.
That's what I would say.
or else you see a high achieving kid coming from a family you didn't expect that.
Yeah.
So obviously, you're an independent agent, right?
Sure.
A kid can do what they want, but if you lay these 4 pillars, you give them the best chance, because every time one of these pillars is lost, you open the door for problems. Okay, so the first thing I would tell that young couple is authority. Make sure authority is in place. Because think about it, who do you answer to? Because I'd be a different person if I didn't believe there was a God and I had to answer to him. Wouldn't you?
Sure.
There's no telling what I would be doing.
100%.
I'd probably be in a fight today.
Yeah. Sure.
because it's fun. I don't know why I'm wired that way. It's just the way it is.
Right.
Right. So, and maybe that's not everybody's problem, but everybody has problems.
Sure.
We're all born sinners.
Yeah.
But there's an authority.
Yeah.
That's the first. I mean, think about what the Bible says. Fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, there's a God and I'm not him.
Right.
So you have to get the authority piece in, right?
Good.
There's nothing worse than watching a 4-year-old throw a tantrum and the parents can't do anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
There's also nothing worse than a 17-year-old who has a huge allowance and drives a Land Rover and doesn't honor or respect his parents.
Yeah.
In both of
Yeah.
those situations, somebody put love before authority.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way it works.
Mm.
That's why God started the 10 Commandments with, I'm God.
Mm.
Let's start there. He didn't say, I love you. He said, I'm God.
Sure.
There's only one and I'm
Yeah.
him. By the way, I'm jealous.
Right.
So he just set the whole
Right.
stage with authority, right? In fact, I would go so far as to say this. The entire planet works on authority. That is the law of gravity.
Mm.
And my friend, it is authoritative.
You can't get around it.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
try and you're going to get hurt or kill yourself. So the whole world operates because authority that God created. So number one, authority.
Yeah, it's good.
Learn to say no. This is who we are. This is what our last name means. We're not going to do that. I'm not going to explain it to you. You're fine because I said so is actually a good answer,
Mm.
right? And we go to church on Sunday and we listen to him.
Yeah.
You got to establish authority.
That's good.
The second thing is alliances. It is so powerful to align yourself with like-minded people. That's actually the beauty of where I work, Christian education. When those parents drop that child off, they know the teacher has a biblical worldview.
Yeah, that's
They see the world the way the teacher does. The principals have the same value system. And the kids in the classroom supposedly had the same value system. Not always, but you certainly improve the...
Yep.
You want your Little League Baseball coach to have the same morals you do, right? Think about
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You would
absolutely.
love for your kids' coaches to believe like you do.
Yeah.
So alliances are very, very
That's good.
important.
Yeah.
The third thing is values. Make the value system crystal clear for your kids. And how to, of course, the biblical values are
Yeah.
the best,
Yeah.
right? No question about that. And then finally, habits. I'll say these again. Habits. You make life about habits because the golden rule of life is you first make your habits and then your habits make you.
Yep.
So to raise a child, teach them authority.
Yep.
It's first from God and then from parents and then from all other authorities, right? Like the Bible teaches in Romans. Secondly, get a great alliance with everybody around you. Grandparents, neighbors, friends, family, school, church, alliances.
good.
Third, make the values crystal clear.
Hmm.
And finally, build a life where all of those things are the habits. That's how you give your kid the best opportunity to succeed.